Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, that is Still a Learner. In this class we are going to see learn a word a day of March month for classes 9th and 10th. Okay guys, let's start. So our first word is anxious. Anxious. Just look at carefully the pronunciation. Anxious. Anxious. The parts of speech of anxious is an adjective. Okay, its meaning is worried and nervous. For example, I saw my sister's anxious face at the window. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is convinced. Convinced. Its pronunciation is convinced. The ending sound of this convinced should be T, not D. Just listen carefully. Convinced, not convinced. Okay, convinced. So its parts of speech is adjective. Convinced means certain about something or sure about something. For example, I am convinced that Ravi is lying. Okay, let's see the third word, which is reluctant. Reluctant. Its pronunciation is reluctant. Reluctant. Its parts of speech is adjective. The meaning of reluctant is not willing to do something and therefore slow to do it. For example, I was having such a good time, I was reluctant to leave. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is exclaim. Exclaim. Its parts of speech is verb. Okay, its meaning is to say or shout something suddenly because of surprise, fear, or pleasure, etc. For example, she exclaimed in delight upon hearing the news. Okay, so exclaim means showing surprise or fear or pleasure suddenly. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is cling. Cling. Okay, its parts of speech is verb. So the meaning of cling is hold to or stick on to or hold something or someone tightly. For example, one little girl was clinging on to a teddy bear. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is depress. Depress. Its pronunciation is depress, not depress. Depress. Only P should be coming only one time. Depress. Okay, its parts of speech is verb. The meaning of depress is to feel unhappy and without hope. For example, this continuous rain depresses me. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is gloomy. Gloomy. The parts of speech of this gloomy word is adjective. Okay, the meaning of this word is not expecting or behaving anything good in a situation. For example, I saw a gloomy expression on my friend's face. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is flutter. Flutter. Its pronunciation is flutter. Flutter. Okay, the parts of speech is verb. Okay, so the meaning of flutter is to make a series of quick, delicate movements up and down or from side to side, or to cause something to. Okay, flutter means to make a series of quick, delicate movements like up and down or from side to side. Okay, for example, a white bird poised on the wire and fluttered its wings. Okay, let's move on to the next word, which is isolated. Isolated. Its pronunciation is isolated. Isolated. Okay, so the parts of speech of this word is adjective. The meaning of this word is not near to other places. For example, ours is an isolated village which is far away from towns. Okay? Now we'll see the next word, which is wrap. Wrap. Okay, W is silent here. Its pronunciation is wrap. Just listen carefully. Wrap. Okay, so the parts of speech of this word wrap is verb. Its meaning is to cover or surround something with paper, cloth or other material. For example, Raju wrapped the present and tied it with ribbon. Tied it with ribbon. Here present is nothing but gift. Okay guys, let's see the next word, which is weird. Weird. The parts of speech of this word is adjective. Its meaning is very strange and unusual or unexpected or not natural. For example, Raju is a bit weird but his sister is nice. Okay? Okay guys, I hope you are getting all the words. Now we'll move to the next word, that is 12th word, which is rescue. Rescue. So the parts of speech of this word is verb. Rescue means to help someone or something out of a danger or harmful or unpleasant situation. Okay? For example, the lifeboat rescued the sailors from the sinking boat. Now we'll see the next word, which is insecure. Insecure. So its pronunciation is insecure. Insecure. So the parts of speech of this word is adjective. Okay. So insecure means not confident. Okay. So insecure means not confident. For example, Raju still feels insecure about his ability to do the job. Okay. Now we'll see the next word, which is apparently. Apparently. Its pronunciation is apparently. 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 Okay. So the parts of speech of this word is adverb, because it is ending with ly. Adverb. Okay. So the meaning of this apparently means used to say you have read or been told something although you are not certain it is true. Okay. For example, apparently it's going to rain today. Okay guys, let's see the next word, which is sufficient. Sufficient. So its pronunciation is sufficient. Sufficient. So the parts of speech of this word is adjective. Okay, which qualifies noun. So the meaning of this word sufficient is enough for a particular purpose. For example, there was no sufficient rain this year. So let's see the next word, which is appoint. Appoint. Its parts of speech is verb. So the meaning of this word appoint is to choose someone officially for a job or responsibility. Okay, for example, Mr. Raju has just been appointed as HM of our school. Let's move on to the next word, which is absolute. Absolute. Its pronunciation is absolute. Absolute. Okay. So the parts of speech of this word absolute is an adjective. Its meaning is very great or to the largest degree possible. Absolute means very great or to the largest degree possible. For example, I have absolute faith in Raju's judgment. Okay. Next word is overwhelming. Overwhelming. Its pronunciation is overwhelming. Overwhelming. Okay. So the parts of speech of this word is again adjective. So the meaning of this word is very great or strong. For example, I have an overwhelming sense of relief when the semester was over. Let's move on to the next word, which is hostile. Hostile. Listen to its pronunciation. Hostile. Two-syllable word. Hostile. Hostile. So the parts of speech of this word is adjective. Okay. The meaning of this word is unfriendly and not liking something. For example, the president had a hostile reception in Oyo this morning. Okay. Let's move on to the next word, that is 20th word, which is possession. Possession. Here you should pronounce S as Z. Possession. Okay. Listen again its pronunciation. Possession. Possession. The parts of speech of this word is noun. Okay. The meaning of this possession is the fact that you have or own something. For example, Raju was found in possession of explosives. Okay. Let's move on to the next word, that is 28th word, which is typical. Typical. Everyone read or pronounce this word as typical. Typical. No, it's wrong. It's typical. Just listen again its pronunciation, which is typical. Typical. Okay. The parts of speech of this word typical is an adjective. Its meaning is showing the characteristics of a particular kind of person or thing. Okay. Typical means showing the characteristics of a particular kind of person or thing. For example, Raju looked like the typical tourist with his camera and baseball cap. Okay. Let's move on to the last word of this March month, which is assure. Assure. Okay. Listen to its pronunciation. Assure. Assure. So the parts of speech of this word is verb. Okay. The meaning of this word is to tell someone confidently that something is true, especially to that they do not worry. Okay. Assure means to tell someone confidently that something is true, especially so that they do not worry. Okay. They don't have to worry. So let's see an example. The mechanic assured me that my car will be ready by tomorrow. So the mechanic is telling to me that you don't be worried because your car will be ready by tomorrow. Okay, don't you worry. So that is what assure means. Okay guys, this is all about this video. I hope you all enjoyed and learned this word, means something new in this video. I really hope you all like this video. If you really did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please do share with your friends and share them an informative video. Okay guys, I'm just hoping that you all will subscribe to my channel and ask your friends and family members to subscribe to. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye. Take care guys. Goodbye.